Hello, dear listeners. Welcome to today's podcast. I'm your host, Tess, and today we are diving into daily healthy habits that can truly transform your life. We will talk about simple action you can incorporate into your routine to make a big difference. But before we will get into that, let's start with something fun. 3 journal prompts to get you thinking and this week's ins and outs. All right, hello you guys. I hope that you are all doing great. I hope that you are enjoying the fresh start of this week. As the podcast title and also as a small introduction mentioned, in today's episode, I would really like to talk about small daily habits that can truly transform your life, that you will be very easily able to incorporate them into your daily routines. But I decided that before every podcast episode, I would like to talk about my ins and outs for this week, just 3 simple things, and also to just give you 3 journal prompts to get you thinking and to just have a better start for this week. So I think that we should get right into it. So maybe you can also grab your journal or just a piece of paper or just open your notes app on your phone. We will get started. So what does a perfect day look like for you? So you can describe, for example, like your ideal day from start to finish. What kind of activities do you do? How do you feel throughout the day? Or also maybe how would you like your desired daily routine or your day to look like? But let's move to the second question. So what are 3 things you are grateful for today? So you can also focusing on some kind of gratitude list. And by doing this, you can shift your mindset and also you can help you to appreciate all of the positive aspects of your life, and instead of focusing always on the negative things, you can now truly focus on something positive and just to be grateful for everything you already have in your life. So you can also just write down 3 things. They can be like big things or just a small things that you are grateful for or just thankful for today. And the last question is, what is one small change you can make this week to improve your health? So maybe you can think about just a very simple and achievable step you can take to, better your physical or mental well-being. And it could be, for example, a small habit of drinking more water, or just maybe taking a daily walk, or just getting to bed earlier. It can be anything small or anything big. And you can also just pause this podcast and take some time to write about these prompts and see just where your intuition and your inner self lead you to. Or you can also go to these questions at the end of this podcast. But in the beginning, I would like to talk about this week's ins and outs, as I really all the time love this list that were trending on TikTok or on Instagram. So I was thinking, okay, maybe it's a fun way to start the podcast. And I also heard it in many different podcasts that they are starting with something nice or just wins of this week's and some kind of loses or something like that. But I was like, I don't know. It's not really for me. So I was like, okay, let's do ins and outs. So this week's ins, first, morning sunlight exposure. Because getting sunlight the first thing in the morning can also regulate your rhythm and also boost your mood. And it can be just simply, that you are going to open your curtains or you're just going to step outside for just a few more minutes and to just get a fresh air. And I think that this habit can be really beneficial for everyone, and it's very important to, be a little bit waking up in the morning. And as we know, the sunlight is very helpful for also our bodies, but also this is very controversial topic, so I don't want to really go deep into this topic about sunlight and UV and everything. But yeah, getting the sunlight exposure first thing in the morning can be very helpful. Another in for this week is digital detox evening. So you should spend maybe your evenings away from the screens, as this can really improve your sleep and also reduce the stress, because we all know how the blue light is not very beneficial for our health, and we just know how harmful it is. And we are exposed to the screens from the morning until the evening. So maybe you can try this week, reading a book or doing some light stretching instead of being on your phone. And the third ins for this week, as it's summer, is homemade smoothie bowl. As smoothie bowls are very nutritious, you can easily customize them, you can add all of the things that you like, and it's also very delicious. And you can also make a smoothie bowl very easily, and they are perfect as a healthy breakfast or also as a snack. And like I said, you can just get very creative with all of the toppings, like, I don't know, fruits and nuts or seeds. And then, talking about this week's out, first is a late night snacking. So this week you can try to avoid like eating too close to bedtime if you want to improve your digestion and also improve your sleep quality. So maybe you can swap the midnight snack for a cup of herbal tea, and maybe to just really grab something else, grab a glass of water instead of your small midnight snack. And the next thing is endless social media scrolling. You can try this week to limit your time on social media to just also reduce stress, and also maybe to make more time for other activities. You can also set specific times to check your phone and stick to them. So you can also check, I don't know, each hour your phone for 5 minutes instead of endless scrolling on Instagram. And also it can lead to kind of like self-comparison, or just social media are not always positive. And also you can just maybe go through your following list and just unfollow all of the people that don't make you happy. And the last out for this week is sugary drinks. So you should opt this week for more water, more herbal teas, or just fresh juices instead of sodas or sugary drinks, as they're not very helping you to stay hydrated and healthy. So if you want to really stay healthy and you want your body to thank you, just swap for water. It's the best thing you can drink. But all right, let's dive into the 10 daily habits I prepare for you that can change really literally your whole life. So we should get right into it. The first habit is tongue scraping. I know it may sound a little bit weird, but I have been doing this small habit for the last 5 years since I became interested in Ayurveda. And it's actually a very simple and quick and easy practice that comes from Ayurveda. And Ayurveda is an ancient system of medicine that has roots in India. For tongue scraping, you can use like a small tool. It's usually made of metal, and to just gently scrub the surface of your tongue. I know that you don't need any like specific tool. You can also just get some in your like a store for the small also plastic scrapers. And by doing this, you can really easily remove all of the bacteria from your tongue, the food particles, and also dead cells that can also cause bad breath, for example, or they can also just in general affect your oral health. And it will only take you maybe a minute each morning, and it can really leave your mouth feeling much fresher. I started doing this like 5 years ago, and it was just amazing feeling that, it's the first thing I do in the morning, that I just go to the bathroom and just scrape my tongue, and then I drink a water, because also if you are drinking water, you don't want to, splash all of the buildup and the bacteria into your system. So it's really, really great small practice. And it's very easy to incorporate it into your routine. Just, also you can do it after brushing your teeth. You can give it a try and you can see if you like it and how it feels. Okay, next up, let's talk about drinking water. We all know how staying hydrated is important. Let's be honest, how many of us actually drink enough water every day? I mean, it's a very small habit, but it's so hard to achieve that, no? Because just drinking plenty of water helps your body function properly. It can also help your skin looking just good and moistures, and it can also help you feel more energetic. So you can also try this week, or try to just slowly start your day with drinking a big glass of water before coffee. And you can also just keep a water bottle with you throughout the day as a small reminder to drink more water. And you should aim for at least, I'm telling this, at least please 8 glasses of water, or about like 2 liters per day. I would say that these 2 liters are the minimum, and if you are working out, it can be of course more, but we can also talk about this in another episode, like how many you actually need, but just aim for those 2 liters at least per day. And if you are working out and if it's summer in your area, drink maybe even 2.5 liters per day. And also maybe just a small tip I found is very helpful to just flavor my water with a little bit of lemon or essential oil or blueberries, or I also saw many people putting cucumber into their drink, and it also is more like interesting and more refreshing to just not drink plain water. And there are also so many cool water bottles I saw out there that also have the small flavor packs on the top, so it also makes you to feel that you are actually drinking something, but it's without calories. I don't know how the brands are named, but you can also just put it into Google, like essential oils, or just, I don't know, like flavored. I don't know how it's actually called, but I saw it on my Instagram feed. It's just a small sack on the top of the water bottle that smells, and it's making your brain think that you are actually drinking something sweet, but you are not. You're drinking just the plain water. But that's just completely another topic. And also there are so many cool water bottles that have like the time markers to just help you keep track of your intake. So drink up and stay hydrated, people. And our third habit is dry body brushing. And this is another practice that has roots in Ayurveda, and also I'm doing this practice for the last 5 years. You can use a natural bristle brush to gently brush your skin, also as a part maybe of your morning routine. And you should brush your body or like your skin in long strokes towards your heart. Always brush up from the bottom towards your heart. And if you are brushing your hands, for example, always go towards the heart. And dry body brushing helps you not only like exfoliate your skin and also improve your circulation, but it will also stimulate your lymphatic system, and it can also help to remove the toxins from your body. So it's very important, or not important, but it's very great to have it also as a part of your morning journey. And also I recommend you to do this before you shower, and it will also again take you maybe 2 minutes the maximum. And I was a little bit skeptical about this one at first, but after trying it, I noticed like how my skin felt so much smoother and so much better. And also just a very nice ritual in the morning that helps you also to wake up, and you can also listen to affirmations while you are brushing your body, and it will also feel like a small self-care ritual when you are going to increase your self-love or the confidence. And just to make sure, guys, please use a brush with natural bristles. It's very important, and they should be very gentle because you're also going to use it on some sensitive areas like on your chest, for example. But the number 4 small habit is walking, because it's one of the easiest and most accessible form of exercise, literally the best and the most easiest exercise, and it's just very great for your physical health. It also helps you to keep your heart healthy and your muscles strong. But I think that also walking is very good for your mental health, as you are giving you time to think, to distress, and also maybe if you are walking in nature, you can kind of like connect with the nature. And when you are on the walk, you can just put some podcast or audiobook. And also, you won't believe, but if you are just going for 30-minute walks each day, you can actually read the whole book or just to listen to a whole audiobook in a week, or maybe, I don't know, in like 10 days. If you cannot do walking at least once a day, you can also break it up into shorter walks throughout the day. So for example, you are going to take a 10-minute walk after your lunch or after your dinner in the morning or just in the middle of day. And I also need to tell you that currently I ordered a walking pad because I would really like to start walking also after dinner while I'm in my home, because I live in Denmark, and to be 100% honest, the weather here is not always sunny. So I was thinking that, okay, I may get a walking pad to help me to keep track on my steps. So I will also try to walk more after the dinner, because also a small tip, walking after dinner can really help with digestion and also digesting the food, and also to maybe unwind from the day. And also I think it can be also a great way maybe to catch up with your friends. So you can also just call your family, your friends while you are walking. And I just think that it's really great way to unwind from the day. And the fifth habit is practicing meditation or mindfulness, and just taking even just a few minutes each day to just maybe sit quietly and focus on your breath can have a huge benefit for your mental health. It can help to reduce stress. Also, meditation can help to improve your focus and also just to increase the sense of well-being, like not only mentally but also I have the feeling that spiritually and physically. And there are also so many apps online to help you get started with mindfulness or meditation practices. Also, I am sometimes publishing on this podcast or on my YouTube channel or on Insight Timer, which is also a great app. I'm a teacher actually on Insight Timer, so I'm publishing also some kind of meditation practices. They are very short, very simple, so you can also try one of my meditations. And really, if you are going to just start with 5 minutes a day, it will make a huge and big difference in the way how you will feel. I started with meditation, I think it was 2012, since I first went on a course related to basically reprogramming your mind. So it's been, I think, more than 12 years of me doing meditation practice, so I can completely recommend. And it's all just really about finding a quiet spot, sitting comfortably and letting your thoughts come and then go without like judgment. So really, meditation is like small mental reset. But now let's talk about another small habit, and it's deep breathing exercising. So taking deep and slow breaths can really help to calm your mind and also reduce the stress. It can be also part of your meditation routine, and it's something you can do basically anytime and anywhere. So you can just also try taking a few minutes each day to practice deep breathing. So you can breathe in slowly through your nose, hold your breath for a few seconds, and then you can just exhale it slowly through your mouth, and you can repeat this several times, and you can also just really feel the difference in your body and in your mind. And also, I wanted to say that breathing exercising have also root in yoga, and it's called pranayama. And I started with pranayama, I think it was in 2021 when I did my yoga teacher training course. As a part of this yoga course, I also had pranayamic session, as it is also part of the yoga. And I just felt so amazing when I was feeling stressed or anxious. I just sat in a quiet space and I just done a few minutes pranayama, and it's just amazing how something as simple as a breathing can has such a calming effect on our bodies. So you can just try it next time when you are feeling overwhelmed. And our seventh habit is eating a healthy breakfast, because breakfast is often called the most important meal of the day for a reason. And having just a nutritious breakfast, or not only breakfast, that if you are doing a fasting, it can be just the nutritious first meal of a day, is so important because it can give you the energy you need to start your day. So you should aim always for a balance of protein, healthy fats, and also complex carbohydrates. So some of the good options are, for example, oatmeal with some fruits and nuts. It can be also smoothie with spinach and protein powder, or it can be just a whole grain toast with avocado, for example, and some tofu. And I just found that having really a good breakfast just sets the tone for the rest of the day. You know, breakfast is my favorite meal of a day. And there are so many delicious and healthy options out there, guys. So just find what works for you and enjoy it. And the breakfast is just like giving your body the fuel it needs to function properly. The number 8 habit is cooking at home. So preparing your own meals can also allow you to control what goes into your food, and also it can help you to make more healthier choices. And it can be also a fun and kind of rewarding activity. So you can also try to cook, I don't know, at least a few meals at home each week, and you can experiment with new recipes and ingredients, and also you can just, enjoy the process of making something delicious and nutritious for yourself or also for your loved ones. And it can be also as a part of your meditation process because some people just love cooking and it's just relaxation for them. I also really love trying out new recipes and just experimenting in the kitchen, and also it can be very nice as a bond with your loved ones, like I said. It doesn't have to be like complicated, even like simple meals can be very healthy and tasty. I also don't like to cook meals that last, I don't know, 30 to 60 minutes. I really prefer some meal that can be done in less than 20 minutes, so it can be very simple. But let's move into our ninth habit, and it's getting enough sleep, because we all know that sleep is just crucial for the overall health and also overall well-being, and sleep affects everything from your mood to your immune system, guys. So you should aim every night for around 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night, and you should also try to create some bedtime routines to help you relax and just prepare for the sleep. Like I said with the previous habit, it can be just turning off the electronic devices for an hour before bed. It can be reading a book or just taking a warm bath or drinking a herbal tea. And I cannot stress enough how important good sleep is, because when I don't get enough sleep, I feel like every part of my day, like I feel it in every part of my day, and I always get so affected by not having enough sleep. And also to just have a proper bedtime routine can help to signal your body that it's now time to wind down and just rest. So you can also try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends, and you can see how much you can even have done on the weekend if you will wake up early. But I'm also thinking that the next episode can be about some morning or evening habits that you can incorporate into your daily routine. So last but not least is practicing gratitude, and taking time each day to just reflect on what you're grateful for can have such a huge impact on your mental health, as it will help you to focus on the good things in your life, and it can also improve your mood and just like outlook on the world. So you can try keeping a gratitude journal where you will write down a few things you are thankful for each day. It can be part of your morning routine, or it can be also part of your evening routine. So you can do it instead of endlessly scrolling your social media, that you will pick up your diary and just write some things, some positive things that happen throughout the day you are grateful for. I also started doing this small habit a few years back, and it's been such a game changer. And it doesn't have to be like anything big. It can be just small things, like, I don't know, a sunny day here in Denmark or a nice cup of coffee. It can just make a big difference, in your life. And it's all about shifting your focus to more positive aspects of your life, because I have the feeling that we as a people are always trying to achieve something more without being grateful for what we already achieved. But now let's recap these 10 daily habits that can change your life. So, tongue scrubbing for better oral health. Second, drinking plenty of water. Third, dry body brushing to exfoliate and improve circulation. Then, walking for physical and mental health. Fifth is practicing mindfulness or meditation. The sixth is deep breathing exercises to reduce stress. Seventh is eating a healthy breakfast. 8 is cooking at home. 9 is getting enough sleep. And 10 is practicing gratitude. And if you are going to incorporate these small daily habits into your routine, you can improve not only your physical health, but also your mental well-being and just overall quality of your life. So just remember, small changes can make a big difference. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me on this podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe. You can also leave a review or share it with your friends. So stay tuned for more episodes where we will explore other tips and tricks for a more healthy and happy life. So until next time, keep striving for wellness and balance. Thank you so much, and see you next time.